MLB Network is your exclusive home for postseason baseball. It's Game 1 of the American League Division Series between the Cleveland Indians and the Toronto Blue Jays. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian welcoming you to our exclusive postseason coverage on MLB Network. With me is Harold Reynolds and Dan Plesac. And Dan, we'll start with you. This series has the feel of one that's about to get very interesting.
Looking at these two squads, it's clear both of them have several guys that can hurt you with the bat. It's not just the middle of the order guys that you have to look out for as a pitcher. So the team that gets the timely hitting and quality at bats is probably going to prevail.
The postseason is officially in full swing. Lineups and first pitch coming up next. Back now live as we count down to the start of Game 1. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now, your 2019 Toronto Blue Jays.
Briefly now, we'll look at the two starters who get the ball here in Game 1. Now a moment here for the Indians starting lineup. Harold, what's the key for him against one of the best starters in the game?
Matt, have you seen this guy throw? Whew, he is electric. What do you got to do against him? I think you got to attack him early. He's just too overpowering. His stuff is electric. He's got one of those great power arms that we'll talk about for years to come. You got to take it to him before he takes it to you.
Bob Feller will do the pitching in front of the hometown crowd here in Game 1. HR, what's the word on him?
This guy's been a very reliable, successful big league starter. He's got a career ERA in the low 3s. He gets the ball every time you ask him, doesn't complain. I like his attitude, and I'm wondering if he gives the other team a little attitude today. All right, here's how the Jays line up defensively, brought to you by Majestic. In this day and age with analytics and the shift applied all over the field, this team is old school. They may be a dinosaur. They don't shift as much as everybody else. They play that stationed standard baseball.
So stepping in, Roberto Tejeda. He'll get us started in this one under the lights.
The designated hitter, number 13.
And we are underway in Game 1 as the first pitch is swung on and missed for the first strike. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. 1-1 pitch is a slider that's cut on and missed for strike 2. The 1-2 pitch. And he gets a piece here as this ball is fouled away. Now another 1-2. And a good pitch there as this is swung on and missed for the first out of the ball game.
That was aggressive pitching in that at bat, and I like seeing that. He showed all hard stuff until the 5th and final pitch for the strikeout. When you work off your hard stuff, it really opens up your secondary pitches to be more deceptive.
And next will be the versatile Tyler Naquin, as he can't catch up on a fastball at the letters, and it's strike 1. And Ben, that's a pretty good example of why he's such a great pitcher.
Yeah, stuff. Stuff is obviously an important key to being dominant on the mound, but it doesn't mean a whole lot if you don't have outstanding control to go along with it. But he does, and he really spotted that pitch.
But this will hang just long enough for him to run it down in shallow right for the second out.
Francisco.
So here's Francisco Lindor now. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. Tough slider that just catches the corner for a strike. Well, time to look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Dave Lawrence.
Now, Matt, Dave Lawrence can remind you a lot of James Kingsley. He comes from that old school, if you hit your spots, he's going to call it. He has a tendency to call one side of the play a little bit more than the other. He's not messing around this inning. He's attacking the zone. He's showing lots of confidence. He's 0-2 on this hitter after having 2 quick outs. Nice job. Well, I think he's trying to get that 2-strike.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. Down in order go the Tribe. Now the Blue Jays will get their chance. No score. With that, let's take a look at the Blue Jays starting lineup. What's this club need to focus on this evening, H?
Matt, they're facing an excellent pitcher. Look, and what great pitchers do, they get stronger as the game goes on. So to me, you got to get him early. I want to see if they take pitches, maybe try to work the count a little bit, get that pitch count up, and maybe see if they can get him weaker as he goes deeper into the game. But it's going to be a challenge, no doubt.
Sonny Gray gets the call in hostile territory here for game 1.
Gray is under 3.5. So I'm looking for him again to have another one of those outings where he's durable and goes after the hitter. All right, here's how the Indians line up defensively, brought to you by Majestic. And behind the plate, Yan Gomes. You know, he calls one of the best games in baseball. He's got a great pitching staff to work with. But the thing I like about him, he will throw to different bases, and he can only do that because he's got such good footwork.
And that'll bring up the speedy Devin Travis. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. And he swings through a fastball and doesn't catch up with it. It's 0-1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Swung on and missed. Outclassed by that fastball for a strike.
I don't know about you, Matt, but that pitch right there, that 2-seam fastball, that tells me he might have a pretty good night. It's setting up a lot of things that could be important to his success.
And here's a ball hit in the air. Parker moving in. He's not going to get to it, so the leadoff guy's aboard with a base hit. And a nice job to get the ball in quickly. He'll be held to a single here with nobody out.
Oh, he hits a little dying quail behind the infielder. I tell you what, he couldn't have thrown that ball any better. Talk about placement. That was perfect.
Here's Manny Machado now. Career numbers against Sonny Gray, 0 for 8. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Back up the middle. And that's through for a hit.
Back-to-back hits, and now the inning is set up. They're trying to put the first run on the board, so you can bunt, move them up. Now you're second and third. You may draw the infield in. Or if they sit back, get the easy ground ball, and you pick up the first run of the game. But it's all set up with those back-to-back singles, and now you can do whatever you want to do with the rest of the inning.
Stepping in now, Ted Williams. He'll swing and lift the ball foul off to the left and out of play.
He appears to be having some issues with pitch command to start the game. He's dealing with 2 guys on, and that last pitch looked like a big mistake in that location. Right down the middle, but he got away with it.
Gray ready with the 0-1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. On its way, the 0-2 pitch. Another one sent foul. None out, runners at first and second. Goes the other way, and this is in the air out to left. Hazelbaker's under it. And that's the first out of the inning. And the runner, not tagging, will retreat to second base.
Batting fourth.
So first and second with 1 man gone. And that'll bring in a dangerous hitter indeed in the form of Bryce Harper. Here comes the first pitch. And this one gets away. So now 2 men in scoring position.
Well, you live by the sword, you die by it too. He went with an off-speed pitch down in the zone, and that's the risk you take there. The catcher can't come up with it, and 2 runners advance. Now they're both into scoring position.
And that's in there, base hit. And the runner from third crosses the plate. And the second run will score. That makes it a 2-0 ball game.
We didn't have to wait long for the offensive fireworks in this one. 2 runners aboard, and he got a pitch he liked. Drove it all the way to the wall to bring in a pair of runs, and they're still in good shape to add on with him at second now.
Here's the third baseman, Josh Donaldson. Career numbers against Sonny Gray. He's gone 3 for 11, and of those hits, 3 of them were of the home run variety. Now a look and a throw back to second. Don't want to forget about him. That's in there, base hit. Harper rounds the corner and is headed home. They're going to extend their lead as the runner scores from second. It's a 3-0 game.
Obviously, this is a pitcher's nightmare, but it's a manager's nightmare, too. It's only the first inning and your starter has already given up 4 hits. The last one, an absolute frozen rope. The last thing he wants to do is get someone up in the pen, but he might not have any other choice. Standing in now, Johnny Bench, as he swings and hits a laser to right. Parker is right there as he takes it for the second out. On to first, a double play. So they pick up 3 runs on 4 base hits. No errors and no one left on base. We'll go on to the top of inning number 2. It's the Blue Jays 3 and the Indians nothing.